In this video, we're going to take a look at scenes in SketchUp. Scenes provide various ways in which you can view your model. You can save scenes that allow you to control things like camera location, hidden geometry, layer states, and shadow settings. To view scenes in your model, you want to go to Window, Scenes. It's going to bring up another tool palette. You'll notice we'll have a lot of these tool palettes up in our model, and they can be pretty distracting, especially the ones that we're not using actively. An easy way to hide some of these is just click on the name or anywhere up in this top bar here, and it'll hide that palette. You can also dock them together, and you'll feel it snap as you dock those. So the scene palette by default saves a couple of parameters or settings for your model. To view those, you want to click on this little icon here, which is Show Details, and you'll notice some of those advanced properties that it saves. For example, you can use a scene to save a specific axis location. So this is great if you have a model that is maybe off axis on certain geometry. You can save shadow settings for specific scenes. You can save visible layers that you want either on or off. Same with geometry. And of course, you can save the camera location. Let's create a few scenes that we're going to use as a basis to begin modeling from, and as a way to actually revert back to different views and different layer states that we want to look at when we're viewing our model. The first one would be the overall model here. And what we can do is just click on the ISO view and maybe orbit a little bit to get an overall view that we like. And this one's pretty good. I'll click the plus sign to add a scene. You'll see it creates a thumbnail image. You could add a description, but it also creates a tab here. On a PC, you'll notice the tabs will start on the left. On a Mac, the tabs start in the center here. Now you can view scenes either as thumbnail images like this, or which I prefer, I just like to view them as a list. So our first scene, we're going to rename. So we're going to click on the name here and just rename this overall and press enter. The next scene that we want to create is just the first floor. So there's two ways that we could do this. We could either use the property of the hidden geometry and just hide the second floor, or we can use the layers, turn off the second floor, which is what I prefer doing. And let's actually view this in a top view. So let's click on the top view here. So you can see we can view our model from a top view. If you want to view this as a true top view in 2D, you can actually go to Camera, and instead of Perspective, click Parallel Projection. Now get us a true 2D view of our model. If you orbit, turns your model into a parallel projection. To get it back into perspective, just go back to Camera and turn on Perspective. Click Top View again. We'll keep this in 3D and we'll add a scene. Let's call this first floor. Let's turn on the second floor, turn off the first floor, and let's add this scene. Call this second floor. Now to view between scenes, all you have to do is click on the scene here, or you can double click on it in the scenes palette. If you need to update a scene, let's say the overall, I want to orbit just a little bit and save this as my view instead. To update it, you simply need to either click on it here and press the update icon, or a quicker way, and the one that I prefer, is just right click on the tab here and select update. Now for the first floor and second floor, instead of getting this top view, let's just set it so that these control the layers, but not the camera location. This is a great feature that I like to use in SketchUp. So for the first floor, I want to show the first floor, but I don't want to save the camera location. So I'll uncheck it and press update. For the second floor, let's do the same thing. So that now when we orbit, if I click on the first floor, regardless of where my camera location is, it's just going to switch between those layer states. So in this case, these scenes are not dependent on the camera location. However, the overall is, because we still have it selected there. It's a great way that you can use scenes to organize the model and really just be able to view some of your elements. The next section that we'll show you is using scenes with field of view to better view your model.